What's going on, guys? We got Corey Neese here, and today I'm going to talk about literally changing your life and how to succeed and how to do it. For me personally, I've been thinking a lot lately about just life in general and success and happiness and fulfillment and just striving to be the best person and stepping into the highest version of yourself that you can be. So I thought, hey, why not sit down, shoot a nice video that can provide some value to some people out there, whether on YouTube or Facebook or my blog or wherever you're finding this. Hopefully, this is something that helps you kind of change your life too. Because I feel like in the last couple of days, from doing a lot of reading and self-development and watching videos and kind of doing some self-observation, which we're going to talk about here in a second, I feel like I've really kind of discovered some things about myself that can help me make changes in my own life to create the change and the success that I want to see, and it can do the same for you. So, what I believe creating change and succeeding in life is all about is starting with self-observation. I think you need to be aware that you want to change. You have to know that you really want to succeed in life and you want things to be different. If you don't know that, if you're not observant of where you are in your life, you're never going to be able to change. You're just going to keep doing the same things over and over and over again, unconsciously, out of habit and automatically, and you're going to be producing the results that you've always had in the past. So I think the first thing starts with observing yourself, seeing where you're at right now, right here in this situation, and asking yourself, why am I here today? How did I get myself here today? What made me produce these kind of results? Why am I the person I am today? You have to really question things and ask yourself, why your life is the way it is. I think self-observation is so key to really figuring out your true situation. And when you know the truth, when you see the truth in the situation, like Tony Robbins always says, accept the truth for how it is so you can move forward. And accepting it and seeing, the truth for how it is all about letting go, right? Letting go of the past and kind of understanding that where you're at is a result of your thoughts, your habits, your behaviors, your, just your thinking. That's what's produced your thoughts ultimately, and your beliefs. You create your own beliefs, and then you live in alignment with your beliefs. So I think when you kind of let go of the past and let things that have maybe hurt you or are holding you back, you make room for things that can help you move forward in life to where you want to be, to where you want to go, and to develop into the person that you want to become. So I think you gotta see the situation for what it really is, and then look at the negatives and see the bad things in your life. Maybe people have hurt you, or maybe you've made mistakes, and you need to forgive other people, and you need to forgive yourself to move forward. And it all starts with observing yourself and letting go of the things that no longer serve you, because the past is in the past. It's there for a reason. It's not real unless you bring it up to be real and experience it over and over again in the present. So those are things you need to do to get you moving forward. And then after that, I think you really need to raise your standards. You need to set high standards in life. If you want to make 50 grand a year, that's how you need to think. You can't just accept minimum wage. You can't accept $10 an hour. You can't accept failure in your business. You need to raise your standards in all positive aspects of your life. Fitness, relationships, business, wealth, spirituality, all areas in your life. You need to raise your standards if you expect to change your life. If you have low standards and you want your life to be different, you're going to be incongruent. You're always going to do things that are aligned with, the type of standards you have in your life. So you need to really raise your standards, and setting good standards and the standards how you want your life to be. It all comes down to your habits and your thought patterns and your rituals. Tony Robbins always says things like, if you raise your standards, it's all about having the self-discipline to follow through with the rituals that make those standards real. Like I said, if you have a standard of, I'm creating a six-figure income in my business, or I'm going to develop better relationships with all of my friends and family so that we can all be open and more honest and happy and giving to each other, then you need to do things that are aligned with those type of standards. The values that you create in your life of how you want things to be will determine the type of behavior and the type of habits that you create. And you need to do things that are aligned with how you want your life to be. And then I think also, really, when it comes down to where you are, it's all about your beliefs. Your beliefs have kept you where you are, they've moved you forward, or they've set you back. And, it's up to you to change your own beliefs. You got to have the intention and the commitment to say, hey, I no longer believe this about me anymore. I want to become this person. I want to make this amount of money, or I want to be successful in this endeavor. I'm changing my belief right now, and I'm creating a new story for myself. I can believe something about me right now that's not even true or in existence, but the more I imagine it, the more I see it as a reality in my own mind, I'll begin acting in alignment to attaining that in my life. And that's really how you start achieving things. Like, where your focus goes is where the energy flows. So where you're putting energy towards in your life is what's creating your results. You're attracting and you're creating your circumstances and people into your life based off of, what you're thinking, and that leads to what you do, and those behaviors and patterns lead to ultimately your rituals and your habits, and those create the results in your life. So you really need to create whatever story you want for your life. You can change your life any moment you want. Realize that, you're creating your life with your mind, with your thoughts, with your self-image, with your standards. When you change these things and really sit down and think about it and write it down on paper, you can really start creating different results. And you need to get congruent. The last thing I would really want to touch on before the video gets too long is being in alignment with your beliefs and your behavior. When you're out of alignment, you're going to feel frustrated, you're going to feel upset, you're going to feel depressed, you're going to feel sad. And then when you feel these negative emotions over and over again, you tend to do things that support those because you want to feel aligned with how you feel and think and believe. So then when you change these beliefs, when you start feeling happy about where you are in your life because you can change your life, when you start doing things that make you feel good and positive and you start creating results, you tend to keep doing the same thing over and over. Like an object in motion tends to stay in motion. So what you want to do is get into a positive state of motion. Okay? And that's how you be congruent, is having the thoughts and your beliefs and your standards aligned with your behavior and how you live your life. Morally, values, ethically, that's what it's about. It's about being congruent. And when you're congruent, you're going to be able to create success over and over again because you're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel happy. You're going to be living your purpose in life. You're going to be trusting your intuition and your gut. And you're just going to be creating it more over and over again. And then if you go back into a pattern where you feel down or upset, you realize that you can do this again. You can observe yourself and start changing your standards again as you succeed and grow. Keep continuing to raise your standards. Be your own best competition. Always be in competition with yourself. And really, try to be better than the person you were yesterday. Always raise the bar. Always set the standards high. And I think you're going to be able to create change and success in whatever you do in your life. And I wish you the best of luck, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.